So the next thing, we'll kind of revert back from yesterday when I showed you, let's drag and drop, put this in a file, all this complicated stuff to get it off this flash drive. I'm going to show you the simple way to do that. So I'm going to do it once, if I can hang on to that. And
You did the same thing yesterday.
yeah, I did. I did do that yesterday. All right. So this is the beginning of the day. He's just given us the flash drive. Simplest way to get off of this flash drive and into ProPresenter. Take the flash drive, put it into the keyboard. Notice it popped up untitled, so that's how you know something new is in here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Finder. Notice it still says untitled under the devices section.
Okay.
I want to check, make sure that his file is on there. And it is. I see Pro, and it's labeled with the date, the correct date. If it's not labeled with the correct date, don't freak out. That happens sometimes. Just open it, make sure it is the right file. Alright, so we have this pulled up. We're going to open ProPresenter. And instead of doing all the file switching and all this, we're going to go directly to File, Import, Import File, and then we're telling it where to get the file from. So we wanted to get it from the flash drive directly. So we're going to come down.
We tell it that because we clicked on the icon, untitled icon.
So we're going to tell it to click on that. I clicked on Safari. I clicked on Finder and clicked on Untitled just to double check his stuff is on there, and just to double check that we have the right version, because it'll say Sunday AM. Well, this one says Sunday AM July 12th. It'll say Sunday AM August 3rd, or whatever Sunday, or I guess it'd be the 2nd. So you don't have to do that. I do it just to make sure he has everything before service.
Okay.
So basically we come to Finder, make sure we have his flash drive in here, and he does have a ProPresenter file. We're going to click on ProPresenter again. So see, when I clicked on Finder, it changed to Finder. Click on ProPresenter. So we want to activate ProPresenter. We're going to go File, Import, Import File. Now we want to find the flash drive. We don't have to worry about any folders or anything, you just find the flash drive. So you're going to go back under Devices, find your flash drive, click on it, you'll see his service. Click on it once, and then tell it to import.
That is a lot simpler.
Yep. So now you can come back to your library, search for it.
Drag it down.
Yep, drag it down. Sunday AM, July 12th. So you click on it, drag it down to your playlist for the day, let go. Once it's in there, that's fine. You'll click on it to highlight it, and the rest is the same. So now that I've shown you, I'll walk you through it with you doing it.
Okay.
Alright, so right now I'm going to, I'll minimize this, but I'm going to change the name just for our test purposes, just so it doesn't give us an error. Okay, so this is going to be if I can ever get to that point. There. Test file. And I'm going to change the name of his flash drive just to make it easy. Well, there we are. Flash drive. Okay, now I'm going to eject it. All right. So it's Sunday morning. He's just come up here and given you the flash drive.
And I've said to you, good luck, Barbara.
Thank you. I'll need it. Okay. Let's see.
You're right.
So there's the flash drive.
So that just shows you that something is plugged in. So your first step is to go to Finder. Okay, so you see the flash drive?
Yes.
Okay, so it is mounted, and we do have our file in there that he's given us.
Yes.
Okay, so now you're going to open up ProPresenter. So just find the ProPresenter file. It's already minimized at the bottom of the screen.
Oh, sorry.
All right. So just like yesterday.
File,
Mm-hmm.
import file.
Now from here you're going to go directly to the flash drive. So stay on the left side of that page, find flash drive.
Flash drive.
Mm-hmm. Find the file. Yep. Just click on it once. Now click import. Okay. So now you have the service in ProPresenter. So come up to your library, or the search bar here. And I think we called it test.
Test file.
Test file. Yep. So click on it and now drag and drop it. Okay. Now click on his first slide. You got it. She successfully imported your service.
Now, these screens that are down here that you put up,
Those are, okay, so I put up thank yous. They're in the thank you folder. Welcomes are in the welcome folder.
is that something I need to do or no?
You don't have to. They're before and after service. I put them up. Don't worry about it. You can put up a blank slide for now until you get comfortable with it. I'm going to show you how to, is your camera still going?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you how to import a picture.
Okay.
So let's assume he has a picture on his flash drive, which he doesn't. Let's just say it's this one. And we want to name that. This is his dad, so we'll call it Dad Test. Okay, so he's giving you the flash drive, he's giving you his file. And he said, I'd really like it if you can put up this picture that I've given you. Okay, well that is in his flash drive. So you're going to have to do a little bit of what we did yesterday of finding files. So what I mean by that is you're going to need to do Command T. Yep. And see, now it opened up this new page. So from this new page, I want you to go to Documents, and it's a picture, not a video. If it gives you a video, you can put it in videos, but it's a picture, so you can click on Pictures, double click because it's a file. We already have it because I've imported it before, but I changed the name. So now you're going to come over to his flash drive again, take the picture, hold it down, it'll change by itself, and let go. Now it's in your pictures folder. So now I can come click on ProPresenter. I can come over here to the side that says Pictures. Click on Pictures, and wouldn't you know it, there he is. There's the picture we just imported. So whenever he wants to show it, you can do that. And now that's where you can also drag it and put it into one of these if you want to. That's where these buttons come into play. You can click on slides to change, get rid of just the words. Now if that wasn't advanced enough for you, here's how you make it not so wide. So down here on the picture that I want to put in, I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to Media Properties. Once Media Properties pops up, it's thinking about it. Once Media Properties pops up, I'm going to click on Properties. Now I'm going to click on these arrows that right now it says Stretch to Fill. I'm going to click on the arrows and I'm going to say Scale to Fit. Then I'm going to exit out. Usually it shows the picture here. I'm not quite sure why it's not, but it's down here. Click on the picture again. Now it's changed it back to normal size. So it's not all stretched out. Now if you wanted to, you could drag that in. And what I'm going to recommend to you, if you know you're going to give her a picture on that flash drive, provide an empty slide so that she doesn't have to remember which buttons to click. If you provide an empty slide, say at the beginning or at the end, then let's see. So I can do this.
Oh, you mean in ProPresenter?
Yes.
Empty slide.
And
a blank slide.
A blank slide.
Okay.
If you know you're going to give her a picture.
Got it.
So now I can take any of those pictures. Again, I put those in the pictures folder, and I can drag them up here, and now there's no words over that because it's a blank slide. So when I click that,
But if I do ProPresenter and export it as a bundle, then it picks up that picture. Doesn't it put it in its place, or do you still go through this part?
oh, it usually puts everything in its place. If it doesn't, I can still do this.
Yeah.
You can still
using that as long as we've been having trouble.
right.
So I understand what you're saying.
So if you're going to do that, if you're going to export it as a bundle, still give them in the flash drive just in case. Say, oh, I don't know why it didn't accept the file, but if it doesn't, you can always put it in the pictures folder. And again, that's in Finder, Documents, Pictures. And it's the pictures icon with the dot and the video icon with the dot. If he gives you on the flash drive a Norval Hayes video or whatever he wants,
It
Uh-huh.
goes in there.
it'll same process, just drag and drop it in the videos, and there's a videos folder down here. And all you have to do for the video, see right that loop, I have it set to loop. You can do the same thing, right click, media properties, or stop, next, whatever. We've already covered that. All you have to do here is click it and go to your sound.
And it'll
Automatically play.
You don't have to move it or anything.
Don't have to move it. You can put it in his slides, but it's the same thing with the pictures. You don't have to move it. Oh, I don't want to exit that. See, pictures, I can do the same thing. I can just click on them, but they're not going to be scaled and all that. The video, everything's already set. You're not going to change any of that. So you got videos and you got pictures right there. That's where they go automatically.
Now, where was the scale in again?
Oh, I'll go to pictures here, and then click on any one of those pictures you want to show. Just right click on it. Okay, and go to media properties.
Okay, got it. I couldn't remember where it
Yeah.
was.
Okay, so now we've covered how to get the songs, how to get his presentation, how to get in pictures, how to get in videos. Do you all
Are you
want?
comfortable with syncing the iPad?
Well, we did that.
I know. Are you comfortable with that?
Steve will take care of anything iPad with the
Well,
iPad Mini here.
it's basically just, I turn it on, I find the Pro icon.
Oh, that iPad. Yes. Yep.
I click on it, and I hit a remote,
Mm-hmm.
and it syncs up, and I make sure it's on the first slide.
I just wanted to make sure. Is there anything else that you're... Oh, I'm sure there is, but I mean, I think you really got a problem.
Now, with the recording,
Mm-hmm.
at what point do I start recording Pastor Russ? Pastor Russ.
You start recording. Well, Josh sometimes records the announcements, and I have made things more complicated by having message A and message B. And he records all of message A, and then that usually means it goes right into the announcements with Faye, and then the offertory. So he usually just turns it on when the part A starts and leaves it on till I finish.
Okay.
All you have to do is start and stop. Say, I want to record this part. Okay, stop. I want to record this part now. Okay, stop. But once service starts, you take down his iPad to him. You can just hit record and let it be until the end of service, and then he can scroll through his software and be like, okay, all of this is announcements or something I don't really want to record, and he can cut that out.
Okay. One thing we haven't done is Faye, and when she makes announcements, and she
Okay.
sends you an email.
Okay. So, same process as when we got Keynote off of here. You have to come over here and find her announcements. She'll send an email just like Steve did, and it'll say Sunday morning announcements or whatever. It'll have her name. And you need to download it, and it'll open in Keynote. It'll play in Keynote. And it'll be exactly the same as Keynote. You just hit play, and it'll pop up on laptop.
Oh, so it's
So I'll show you one of hers. I'm going to exit everything here, because we know that as soon as we turn on the Wi-Fi on this computer, it's going to screw everything up. So I'm actually going to disconnect this soundboard. I'm going to turn on the Wi-Fi right there. Turn on the
I
Wi-Fi.
gotta remember that in order to get the emails.
Right. I'm going to turn on the Wi-Fi.
So that's just to get the email and you turn it off.
Yes. When you're not using the email, you turn it off. So now it's got the full bars. It's done searching. It's connected. I'm going to come over to the mail. Find Faye. We can double click. It's downloading them. Alright, so this is Keynote also. So we can just play. And then she'll scroll through and you just hit the next arrow. And this is what happens when you get to the end. It exits out by itself.